Welcome to another episode of the Muffed Sports Show. I'm your host, Hayden Haynes, and join with me as usual, Seth Killen and Cody Hart.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
And we are super excited to officially say we are 24 hours away until NFL kickoff, baby.
Let's go.
It's
We
about that
made it.
time.
By the time you are listening to this, there will be hours until kickoff for the Chiefs and Ravens to start the season in Arrowhead Stadium. Chiefs will obviously be coming off that back-to-back Super Bowl performance. They'll be getting the rings for the ring night.
And they'll be getting clapped.
The Ravens are looking to spoil that, just like the Lions did last year.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to touch on the Week 2 matchups for college football. We're also going to talk about a little bit what happened in Week 1, review some of our predictions, and then obviously dive into our new predictions for this week. And then we're going to clearly talk about Week 1 NFL and go through all the games real quick. Everybody's going to give our predictions. We're doing a sleeper pick'em league this year and also a survivor league. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And I know this is at the end on the script here, but I'm just going to go ahead and get this part out the way. We're going to talk about the NFL news that, we've already talked about for months now, but it's just a kind of official. It's over. We don't have to worry. CeeDee Lamb got paid by, Jerry Jones for once and for all, I should say. And the Niners did the same thing with Ayuk. They gave him the $30 million a year or whatever. I don't think that offer really changed too much. Ayuk finally just said, whatever, I'm going to take it, which, he said himself, he probably was messing around too much at the end. And then the more important thing I think for them was that they signed Trent Williams back. So pretty big news for the Niners. And then the last guy obviously is Jamar Chase, who has not signed that extension and has not been practicing. So he might not even play this week, but
let's go.
You never know. They're playing the Patriots. I think that's me and Seth's lock of the week for the survivor pool.
It is. And Cody's, it seems to be.
It is.
Griffin said, I'm going to do the Steelers for my lock of the week.
Yeah, of course.
Then you're going to be out the survivor pool in week 1. So
I don't know about that one.
Well, I would have to agree.
Well, brothers, let's dive into what happened for college football week 1. I think we want to first start with probably like the games and how they played out in order. So that was Georgia beating the brakes off of Clemson. It started out really slow though, 6-0 at half for Georgia. Then they wound up turning the gas on and won 34-3. Essentially, Cody, we can touch on this real quick. I think Georgia did what I thought they would do. I said that I think they were going to cover that 13.5. They clearly did.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much, we kind of thought Clemson didn't have a good, chance of scoring a lot. We thought their defense maybe was going to hold up, which they did the first half. But looks like they just really couldn't string together drives consistently, and Georgia just finally got a few key touchdowns to kind of propel them offensively. And I mean, I liked what I saw from them. I think their defense looked really good. So I mean, not a huge surprise there. Just a little concerning, obviously, that they only got 6 points in the first half, but. To say all that, it's just week 1. It's hard to kind of start out the gates on fire.
Yeah, true. I mean, I would definitely agree. Like, I figured that's how it was going to be, like, kind of in the first half, and then Georgia would pull away. And I mean, I thought correct. Like, I figured it was going to be kind of like slow at the get go, kind of figuring the game out, what they're doing, what's going on. And I mean, like you said, after halftime, and then they poured the gas into the truck and said, "We're gone."
We're gone.
We're out of here.
I feel like they were just trying to get those, like the first half jitters out first week.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially playing against a good team like that. I mean, you can't really say that about like Alabama and Auburn because we just blew the brakes off of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, like Clemson's definitely a bigger team. Obviously, well known, has high hopes. But to look at the stats real quick, Cade Klubnik was 18 of 29, 142 yards in the pick.
Yep.
Phil Maffa only had 59 yards on 16 carries, averaged 3.7. And then Georgia obviously had 278 and 2 tutties from Carson Beck. And then their running back, Nate Frazier, led the way with 83 yards in the tutty. So Georgia plays like Tennessee Tech this week. So anyways, they're going to have a cupcake before they obviously get into, the tougher part of their schedule, obviously coming to Bama in a few weeks. So that would be big. But then moving on, we had a huge game in the state of Florida where we live, Miami versus Florida. And we me and Seth were leaning Florida. I think we picked Florida.
Yeah.
I
just would have liked to see it. Yeah, we just got to eat it.
I think I underestimated how bad Florida's defense is. Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't realize how weak they were in a lot of areas. And essentially, Cam Ward is like I thought he was going to be for Miami, just a Himothy. He was just lighting them up.
Dude, yeah, 26 for 35, 385 yards, and 3 tutties.
I mean,
Guess who had Miami last week?
You, brother, and a lot of other people.
This guy. I said last week. I mean, I think Miami had too much for him, and they obviously had way too much for Florida to handle.
They did. I think I was really thinking that Florida's home field advantage was going to play a big part, but it didn't matter, dude.
It didn't. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, that Miami team is winning the ACC. And
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now, because Clemson is not good. Florida State's one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah. So, Florida State's looking awful.
Dude, it's literally going to be Miami and like Georgia Tech, Boston College, Virginia Tech lost to Vandy, so then maybe they're not good.
NC State's
NC State's in the ACC, so they got a chance. But they were struggling first game.
They got a big game this week.
Against Tennessee. We'll touch on that a little bit. But another huge game that we were really, really, really hype on. Yep, and that was West Virginia, Penn State.
Yeah, we were. I remember a couple people were saying West Virginia is going to be pretty good now.
I ain't gonna lie, I was scared of picking that, but I did.
Hey, listen, I'll say this: me and Pat McAfee were probably the two most West Virginia guys. I was in on West Virginia. I was like Gary Green.
Well, it made too much sense. It just made a lot of sense.
And then you see Penn State. I mean, dude, Penn State really looked like the second best team, maybe even the first best team in the Big Ten.
In the Big Ten.
I mean, really. I mean, you think about, look at Ohio State. They they won big, but they kind of stumbled like at first. Just didn't kind of really pull away like they should have. Michigan didn't beat Fresno State like they should have. I mean, it was like, 30-10.
Right. And I'm looking at the score again, and the second quarter was 20-6, and that's when Penn State really kind of just poured it on them.
Dude.
And then they didn't hold up.
Yeah, Nicholas Singleton had 13 rush attempts for 114 yards.
Yeah, their running backs are good, dude. And the fact that Drew Aller can run, he had 44 yards and 6 carries. He had 3
looked good. He looked good passing.
He was 11 for 17.
If he
216 yards.
He can actually not turn the ball over and be accurate. That dude is elite because he's physically gifted.
Yeah. But don't get me even started on Oregon. Don't get me started.
Dude, so what was that about? I didn't watch too much other than I saw
that was scary.
It was like he was 41 of 49 talking about their quarterback Dylan Gabriel, but he was like really like it wasn't like a lot of stretch in the field. It was very much dink and dunk.
I feel like they were just trying to hide a lot of their playbook.
I mean, that's probably right, I would assume. But still, 24 to 14. Was that
he was score? 11 for 25.
Was he really at one point?
Yeah, 11 for 25 on 168 yards, 1 tutty, 1 pick.
No. We're talking about.
Oh wait, that's Idaho. That's Idaho.
Sorry.
Oh my God, 41 for 49.
He was really, really effective, but like they didn't stretch the field.
Yeah,
it was very much a check down game for him.
That's insane.
I don't know. I didn't get
49 times.
That is crazy. I thought they were gonna run the ball a lot more, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, dude. I mean, they kind of did. Oh, poor Dylan Gabriel had 3 rushes for negative 23 yards.
Wait, yeah, they count
that Idaho Vandals team, man. They'll get you,
dude. I mean, I'm just shocked. 50.
Dude, it was crazy.
Attempts. They did kind of run a lot, dude. I mean, both of their running backs had 15.
They run so many plays?
They had 15 carries, and then Noah had 14.
And they only scored 24.
That's crazy.
They had too many plays because they just were holding that ball the whole time.
But why couldn't they? I'm trying to look. They couldn't score because they had only one turnover. They had 39 minutes of possession. The other team, Idaho, had 20.
That's insane.
How do you just not score in the red zone? What are they doing? I didn't watch it, so I couldn't tell you honestly.
I barely watched any of it.
Well, me and Cody watched towards the end of it.
Yeah.
We were sketching because Oregon might have lost, and then they scored right at the end.
Yeah, and then the couple big games here we got to touch on was the game day game, which was Notre Dame versus Texas A&M.
That was a good game. Hard hitting right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's some
I
good
mean,
defense.
I picked A&M. I mean, so really, I was
Who do
off on
you
some of my
pick?
like I didn't get any of my upsets right. There was really actually I did. I'm sorry. I picked USC. That was the only game I got as an upset. USC beating
That was a good one.
LSU.
Don't
That
get
was
me started
that
on.
game was probably the best game I saw.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on the upsets, man.
Dude, well, what about Notre Dame and A&M? I watched the end of that game earlier just to kind of give just a feel for what it was because I was busy. I didn't see the whole game, but it looked like it was a struggle offensively for both teams. Connor Wigman, the quarterback for A&M, was not good, and then
Dude, it
Drew
was.
or Riley Leonard for Notre Dame didn't look that great either until the end. He had a few decent throws, but stat wise didn't do anything.
Nope.
They played great defense. I knew that was going to be a thing coming in, but I really felt like I just was so shocked at how bad the quarterbacks
Dude,
played for both teams.
listen to Texas A&M's quarterback stats. 12 for 30, 100 yards and 2 picks.
I mean, you got to try to be that
You
bad.
gotta try.
Come on.
I'm sorry. And this man was getting flamed all week for other
All
things.
week,
I'm not
dude.
going to say it on here, but he was getting flamed for some other things going around. But he was having a rough week. Now, how do you do 100 yards and 30 attempts? It's beyond me. Don't
Dude,
know.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, you're a Texas A&M quarterback, buddy. You got to be better.
You gotta be better.
You gotta be better than that, especially with how hype it was.
Right.
Everybody rushed in.
I mean,
Like,
dude,
it was
it's the
looking
first
like
game of the
y'all were finna
season.
go in there and storm them.
Yeah, and that's just sad. The SEC did not look good, man.
No,
1-3 in big
rough.
games. 1-3 in the big game. So, and obviously, I got the one prediction right about USC beating LSU. I told everybody that was my underdog of the week. I'm 2-0. Georgia Tech and USC. I'm cooking.
Yep,
but besides that,
here.
not good with a lot of these other.
Should have parlayed those two.
Ooh, would have been huge.
Would have been kind of nice.
Huge odds right there. But yeah, Cody, what do you think about LSU and USC? That was a fun game overall. I got to pull up the stats real quick, but I know from the top of my head, it was electric to see the wide receivers for both teams make big plays. Like number 10 for USC had that crazy Odell one-hand snag.
God, dude, that was an insane snag.
And then Kyron Lacey for LSU, number 2, was kind of balling, and then he was popping off, talking a bunch of shit. And
both the quarterbacks did pretty good.
Both the quarterbacks were on fire, which I thought was going to be the case because I like Miller Moss and I like Nussmeier a lot. And I think they're going to have good seasons. LSU will bounce back after this. But that USC team was getting disrespected. And I knew they brought in new defensive players and coordinators, so it was going to be better. And I just didn't think LSU was going to win because of that. Plus, you're already traveling out west, a little different. And you don't have Brian Thomas. You don't have Malik Neighbors and clearly Jaden Daniels. So,
yeah.
It was a great game, though.
I was definitely wrong. I thought, I mean, it was a great game. I mean, it was back and forth from start to end, you know.
Right,
but I had LSU. I thought they were going to be a little bit too much for them, but USC proved me wrong. Like, they look good. They look really good.
Really good.
Especially defensive-wise. Like, they've really stepped up a notch. So, I mean, that's kind of – I mean, are they a favorite in the Big Ten now?
No, I would say it's still obviously Ohio State, and then probably I would still obviously respect Oregon, but Penn State third is a lock. I feel like they're not gonna, in my opinion, I don't think they're gonna win it. But I still have my questions on Drew Aller. I need to see him more, but it was good to see him have a good game. But I do think USC is top 5. I would say. I mean, Michigan could be 4. I don't know.
Yeah.
But right now I'm looking at the stats for the USC LSU game. Both teams had over 400 yards. Both teams had over 300 yards passing. A lot of the running was done by LSU with 117, USC had 69. But the difference was it looks like USC just had a few more first downs. They had 24 to LSU's 21. And then essentially both teams ran about 60 plays, pretty much the same. It was very even. The one other thing I see here is LSU had 10 penalties, so that's bad.
That's what hurt.
That definitely lost you the
game.
game.
And one interception. That was the one turnover in the game. So you think about you have one turnover and you have 4 more penalties than the other team, you lose by a touchdown. So
yeah,
it's tough, but that's football for you. You can't make mistakes like that. And they'll learn from that. LSU still has everything in front of them as far as making the playoffs. We know that they can get in with 2 losses and definitely win out and make a run in the SEC. They probably won't, but we're just saying hypothetically the SEC is up for grabs, so they can still do that. Alabama, I was at the game. They did beat the brakes off of Western Kentucky. The spread was 30.5. I knew that was a lock. Bama won by 63, overhit, and gave up 0 points. So, quick little thing, just for the Bama guys right here, Cody, I want to say I obviously love to see the shutout week 1. Against a decent team that's not bad. Like they're really not.
No, the Western Kentucky would coming in like they were not bad.
Everybody respected him enough, unlike some of these other schools. But Ryan Williams, the 17-year-old, everybody's been seeing as a freshman that reclassified, had 2 touchdowns on 2 catches for 139 yards. Pretty great stat line, like that Randy Moss meme. And then the defense was playing a bunch of guys, and they looked really good. So, what else was there that stood out to you? I don't want to spend a lot of time on Bama, but basically, I just want to say I was pleased with the rotations. I feel like we had a lot of guys that played, and running backs were awesome, by the way. So that's what we knew.
Yeah, what was it? How old is he? 17?
17.
Yeah, dude.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
that boy was looking cracked.
He's pretty good, dude.
He's great. Yeah.
Yep.
He's Timothy. And anything else, Cody, on the Bama game that you want to talk about?
I mean, not really. I mean, they look.
Keon Sabb, 2 interceptions, transfer safety from Michigan.
I've had my doubts, but I think they got shut down immediately. I mean, this is Western Kentucky we're talking about, but still, like
you shut out anybody. I mean, we held them to like under 200 yards.
Exactly. So. Like our defense was flying around the field, getting to the quarterback. I mean, making plays, getting picks. Offensively, I mean, we were on fire. I mean, we looked a little slow at first, kind of sluggish, but then we started moving the ball.
Yeah,
and it was over after that.
So many explosive plays. It's just a great sign. The team looks fast.
Are you kidding me? Jalen Milroe only 7 of 9.
300 yards.
They said, all right, you're good. You can get on out.
He had 5 total touchdowns because he ran 2 in. So, I mean, just talking about efficient, and I'm sure he's just going to have a lot of these kind of stats, like with the smaller games like the South Florida and the Mercer game. It's just going to be like him throwing the ball 10 times, like 4 touchdowns somehow. And then so it's cool to see the guys get out to a good start, and I like that. But moving on to week 2, let's kind of go through. We're going to talk about one game at a time, and we're all going to go through and say this is who I got winning and why. But let's try not to yap too much. Starting with the biggest game, and it's the big noon kickoff. Thank you, Seth. And that would be Texas and Michigan. We've talked about this a lot.
Dude, Texas looked good.
Texas looks very good, and Michigan looked not so good against Fresno State. So, obviously,
I'm going Texas for sure.
I am going to stick with my prediction of Texas. Nothing's changing that. I do think the line right now is a little bit closer than what I thought it was going to be. Maybe it was like 7.5 or 8. I could be wrong. Maybe it was something like that. But what are you thinking about this, Cody? Anything changing as far as your predictions here?
No, I got Texas all day. I mean, I didn't like how Michigan played. I mean, obviously it's going to be Michigan. They're going to be Fresno State, but they just kind of, I don't know.
What do you think about the score? Is this going to be a close game?
Oh, I got a 34-20 game.
34-20. Okay. I'm trying to pull up the line real quick just to get an idea if it changed at all.
34-20. Give me Texas.
Wasn't it Arch Manning last week who did that like little shuffle pass?
Yeah, he got in at the end and did that little shuffle.
Yeah, he was 5 for 6.
Yeah, it's
95 yards and a tutty. Just like I said, I wanted to see Arch Manning before the season started.
He's looking good, man. I'm not gonna lie, they're good, dude. So I don't know. I can't find the exact number for the line, but let's just say it's 8, something like that. I would assume
it's Texas minus 7.5 on Hard Rock.
7.5.
They're low key begging people to take Michigan plus 7.5 because they're thinking they're gonna just get people to like say, oh yeah, Michigan will lose, but it's only gonna be by a touchdown. But honestly,
I think it's a lot more.
Yeah, give me Texas by like 2 tutties or 10, like 34 to 24.
I could see it, dude.
Texas, I mean, dude, they're going to be in the playoffs regardless.
Even though they lost those running backs, I mean, they still can throw the ball really.
Their passing game alone is going to carry them.
And they use the quick game like throwing to be like a extended version of a run. Like how Alabama would do that with Sark all the time, where you're throwing the bubbles and the screens because it's basically a long handoff. So,
dude. I've said this when they hired him. Sark's the best thing that's come to Texas in a long time.
For real. Since Mac Brown.
I'm a big Sark guy.
I love Sark, man. Wish he was still around at Bama, but that was impossible to keep him for longer than they did.
Yeah, I mean, he made our offense.
So just real quick to get into the game a little bit more. Do we think there's any hope for Michigan to pull off the upset? What do they have to do, I guess, is the question. Because I'll answer my own question. I think that would be to not turn the ball over and to literally get something out of Alex Orji throwing the ball down the field. That's all I can say.
Is it Orji or is it that rookie that they had?
It was Alex Orji, I thought, for who got the start. Now I know they're battling technically, but
Yeah,
from what I read, they're trying to still find their guy for sure. But I'm pretty sure Alex Orji was the starter. Let me just double check that.
that's what I'm checking.
Michigan, who they play? Fresno.
Yeah, Fresno State, the Bulldogs.
30-10 was the score. Michigan won that game. I mean, I knew people thought Fresno State was going to hang around. Now, Michigan's stats.
No, man.
You're right.
Davis
They started
Warren.
Davis Warren. He was not very good. 15-25, 118, a tutty and a pick. And then Alex Orji had one tutty and one completion. So, and both, yeah, I mean, they ran the ball, but Donovan Edwards was horrible. 11 carries with 27 yards, and he's the cover of College Ball 25 with Quinn Ewers, Travis Hunter. I got a lot of questions about Michigan, and I guess I wasn't paying attention enough, and I'm sorry about that with the Alex Orji comment. But basically, I still think they are playing two quarterbacks, and I think they will probably use Alex Orji a good bit in this game.
No, I agree with you. But if we're talking about how Michigan can win this game, I mean, it's at Michigan, so I need to know that there's an earthquake going on in Michigan. Okay, I need that place to be shaken. But I mean, obviously, we talked about this, how good Texas passing game is. They really need to weather that if they're going to have any shot. They can't allow any explosive plays down the field, chunk plays, anything like that. Like, you got to lock that down and make them try to run the ball.
Yep.
You got to try to get some turnovers. This is the toughest game outside of the Ohio State game for them, I believe.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to win this game. I just you're playing two quarterbacks. It's just
there's a miracle would have to happen.
Yep, if you have two quarterbacks, you have zero. So I mean, Steelers need to learn something about that. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
It's game week, baby. I'm talking that.
It's game week, man. Hey, you better be ready for that Justin Fields package on Sunday, buddy.
We ain't scared of no Fields.
I think you should be. No,
I ain't scared of no ghosts.
Did you see what I sent you before we started the pod? Najee throwing that defender around like a rand on that.
That defender, he got benched.
Yeah, he better have.
Guess who he got benched for? Justin Simmons.
All right.
Justin Simmons.
All right. Oklahoma State and Arkansas is another fun game, and I want to say off the top of my head, I do think Oklahoma State will barely win this. But I liked what I saw from Arkansas's quarterback in their game, and I don't think they played anybody big the first game, but they wanted like a blowout, and their quarterback he's a tall guy, he's lanky, he can run. It's gonna be a good game, like a lot of points.
Yeah,
but
spread's -8 for Oklahoma State.
Ooh, I don't know if they cover that, but I just think they win the game.
Yeah, I like that. -300.
So I'm looking here. South Dakota State had 20 points on Oklahoma State last week.
But
I know they're kind of good. I'm not hating on them like that.
For some reason, they were actually only like 10-point underdogs.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way. No offense to Arkansas, they looked really good in their opening game, but when you got Ollie Gordon going for 126 and 3 tutties, you ain't winning.
I mean, this is gonna be a fun game. I can't lie.
Oh, this is gonna be a great game. I will be locked in on this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're all going Oklahoma State here.
I like Oklahoma State.
Okay. I need to see more out of Arkansas on top.
It's the people on the right that is the
home team.
Home team. Yeah. Okay.
Now hold on. Listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
Their quarterback, they scored 70 in that opening game.
Oh yeah, they were going crazy.
Yeah, they were going dummy.
Taylon Green, 16 of 23, 229, 2 tutties.
Yeah.
He had 6 rushes of 88 yards and 2 tutties.
I'm telling you, dude. He's a dual
and then they had a running back, Jaquindon Jackson, 8 carries of 101 yards and 2 tutties. Are you kidding me? This could be one of the greatest games of the season.
I think I'm going to call it right now, and I'm
Oh,
not
the
betting
overs?
this. I'm not betting this week because I'm out of town. But basically, if you are, I would say one of my locks is the over in the points in this game. So
Yeah, I like that.
no, moving on. We got to keep rolling here. We got a
No,
lot of
yeah.
games. So it's our first time. Hey, it's our first time doing this, y'all,
Yep.
with 2 football leagues. So I mean,
Yep.
bear with us here.
Let's go.
Georgia Tech. We're lit though. We're
Hell
lit.
yeah.
We just don't want these shows to go over an hour. But Georgia Tech and Syracuse. Not gonna lie, don't know what thing about Syracuse other than Kyle McCord is the quarterback, and he transferred from Ohio State, and it's at home, the Dome, whatever. Give me Georgia Tech
Yeah, I was
because I
about to
think
say,
Georgia Tech got some
yeah.
dogs.
Give me
Let's
all,
go.
all of us want Georgia Tech, dude. Georgia Tech's just looking too good right now.
I want Georgia Tech to just keep it rolling.
Keep rolling, dude.
That's what I'm
Keep it
saying.
rolling.
I like
Keep it
the
rolling,
Haynes
man.
King and what's
Jamal
his name? The
Haynes.
running back Haynes.
Yeah,
Dude, he's
Jamal.
a dog.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
oh my, dude, the spread's only 2.5 for Georgia Tech.
They're favored by 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
Oh, that's scary.
That is
But
scary.
I like it. I
No,
like it though.
because listen, Kyle
It's just-
McCord looked good last week, dude.
And if you think about it, home teams just get like naturally 3 points of a cushion.
Yeah.
So really, if on neutral site, it should be like only like 5 or something like that, 5.5.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not an expert. Don't quote me on
No,
that. But
we like it, though.
Iowa State, and Iowa, big rivalry here in the
Iowa
state of
State and
Iowa.
Iowa.
Shout out my Iowa guys that I know. And Iowa State, I would assume has a better offense than Iowa. Cody, can you help me out on that? Do you know anything more than I do?
Iowa's minus 2.5 spread.
Honestly, I got Iowa. I think their
Okay.
defense is going to be a little too much. Like, honestly, their offense, that's another topic. But
Yeah,
I
what do we
wasn't
know
big
about their offense?
on Iowa State. Now, I'm not saying that they couldn't win because they easily could. I mean, anything can happen on a college football Saturday.
Right.
But
So,
I just like Iowa at home to weather the storm.
Oh, Iowa scored 40 points in the shutout against
Exactly.
Illinois State.
Are they good?
I mean, hey, that's something.
Yeah, no, they're
looking pretty decent.
I got
And
Iowa.
Iowa State, I think, only scored 21 last week, right?
Yeah, they scored 21.
2020.
21 against North Dakota. Like, come
on.
Yeah, the over-under is only like 30. 32.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
35.
crazy.
35.
Oh, that game, it literally might be 17-12.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
well,
I
I'm
got
going
Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah, I like Iowa.
Sorry to my Iowa State guys, but yeah, I'm going Iowa.
What's the spread again on that game?
2.5.
For Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scaring me now. That's actually scaring me.
It is kind of scary.
I'm gonna go with the home team. Screw it,
Yeah.
Iowa. So far we're not picking the damn upset.
Nope.
Actually,
yet.
I mean, no, we're not.
Better
and
not be
Auburn.
this one. Better not be this one.
Cal and Auburn. I'm not even gonna think twice about this. This is Auburn.
Yep, I like that. Let's go, baby.
Auburn looked good. I like what I saw in
Cody,
their passing game.
Cody, no. Cody, no. No.
Cody, you couldn't name a Cal player to save your life.
Oh, I can.
No, you can't.
What's his
Name's
name?
Jaden Ott. Running back.
Who is
He
that?
made that up.
Yep, he just pulled that out his ass.
Go look at him.
I want to look at that.
All I know is the over-under is 53.5, and the Auburn's spread is minus 13.
Yeah, they probably cover that.
And I like that.
Hold on.
They probably cover that.
All right, moving on.
Let's move on here.
I'll go back.
No, Cody.
Cal won 31-13 against UC Davis.
Yep. All right, so we're all agreeing on.
Wait, Cal won 31-13 and only had 281 yards. They got outgained, so they're losing Auburn by like 30.
Yeah.
Yep, never mind. Auburn's drumming them.
Yeah.
Yep.
South Carolina, Kentucky. Wow, we got an
South
SEC
Carolina,
game this
Kentucky.
week, boys.
Let's go.
Now, Cody, what are you thinking about this matchup? I gotta lean the home team in this one, right?
This is a sneaky good matchup right here.
But is South Carolina kind of good?
No, I do.
I
mean, I do like Lenore Sellers. He's just raw. Like, he's just got to develop more as a passer.
First of all, what a goated name, Lenore Sellers, and he wears goggles.
Dude, he's good. Like, but if you watch him, like, you can tell he's like raw, really raw.
He's really raw.
Develop. Let him sit in that offense for another year.
And on the road at Kentucky, I don't think he wins that.
I don't either. I got Kentucky, but it's good.
Yep.
Listen,
I got minus 10.
I got Kentucky by 3.
What?
Kentucky by
South Carolina's
3?
covering?
No, dude. I think South Carolina. This is going to be a really close
Okay.
matchup. That's
Ooh,
my
okay.
prediction.
Well, even more, interesting right here is Tennessee at NC State, and actually, it's not it's in the Panther Stadium. I'm pretty sure we looked at that.
It is.
So neutral side a little bit, but
Neutral side, yep.
More for NC State. Now NC State tried to not show a damn thing last week, and they almost got beat, but they pulled it out, won by 2 scores. So
I don't blame them. I mean, you're about to play Tennessee.
Their quarterback's a transfer from Coastal Carolina, Grayson McCall, and then we obviously know Nico Iamaleava is how you say his name, is a stud, and he was a former #1 player coming out of high school 2 years ago. So, and he looks like a freaking wizard out there throwing these accurate passes. I'm going Tennessee. I like what I saw from them. Their quarterback, until I see otherwise, I'm thinking that dude's one of the best quarterbacks in the country at this point. And I almost like forgot about him going into the game last week. Then I saw his highlights and I was like, this kid is like literally so good. So give me Tennessee.
Over under 60.5.
It's gonna be a shootout.
It's gonna be crazy. Tennessee minus 7.5 spread.
I got Tennessee. I don't think NC State will be able to stop that offense. That's the only way they'll be able to win if they do stop that offense and kind of weather the storm. But I think
Tennessee wins by like 10.
Yeah, Tennessee's way too much. They're gonna be
covers the spread.
They're correct.
Yeah. So we're all literally on the same page so far.
Yeah, pretty much. And I like Colorado low key, but I don't know.
Okay, so Colorado at Nebraska is the biggest rivalry for these teams this year. Yep. And Colorado beat Nebraska last year, but Nebraska was going through it. They had a new coach, and they were just trying to figure themselves out, and it was a weird game in Colorado. So give me Nebraska. Dylan Raiola is the next Patrick Mahomes. Give me Matt Rule and the boys, and getting that bounce back win for their home squad right there.
Yes, sir.
I like to see I'm gonna go Colorado.
Okay.
Just to switch it up, and I'd like to see him win here.
By the way, the whole world is against Colorado. So you might actually pull out the upset.
It's only the over/under is 59 minus 7 spread towards Nebraska.
Yeah. I just don't love Colorado's defense, man, and it's just when you travel, the O line's also not good either, so the snap count can be messed up. I don't know, and the head this year that everybody's talking to. I mean, that could be interesting for Shedeur, but I think Shedeur is awesome. Travis Hunter is awesome. The only thing I could see is like another Travis Hunter masterclass, and it's insane.
I mean, that dude's insane.
Now I'm just gonna stick with my gun and go Nebraska, but I'm telling you, like, if he does that again, it's gonna be a win for Colorado. So.
Yep, and I'd like that.
Yeah, I like Nebraska in this. I like Dylan Raiola. I liked how they looked last week. They looked really good passing. I mean, you just hadn't seen that type of ball in Nebraska in a while. It's kind of refreshing for college football. So I'm going with Nebraska. I like Nebraska. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go Cornhuskers, baby.
App State and Clemson is kind of a good game.
Dude, look-key, give me App State.
App State
and Clem.
App State might pull off that upset.
Give me
Clemson,
App State.
The spread on that is minus 17 for Clemson.
Yeah, they're not gonna win, but like they're gonna make it close.
You think? Would you take the spread on that plus 17?
Give me plus 17,
dude. I mean, and it's plus 550 for them to win.
Oof,
which
I don't think
crazy.
They'll win, but it'll be plus. I'll give me the plus 17, I guess.
Yeah, plus 17 is not bad.
Just because Clemson's offense is not good.
Cody, you gonna lock in?
Yeah, I'm going the upset. Give me App State.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I'm going for the upset.
I absolutely love it.
I'm running a dynasty right now with App State, and Joey Aguilar is a daughter. So run me my pockets.
Here's your trophy.
Here's your trophy for picking up the craziest upset prediction of the week.
Thank you. No, I'm being for real. Like, give me App State. I like. I like.
All right, is that your underdog of the week?
That's my underdog of the week. Is App State.
My underdog of the week is Boise State.
Oh, wow. Oregon here.
I'm playing. But I mean, if Oregon plays like they did last week, I could honestly see Boise State winning.
Have y'all heard about the running back?
Yeah. He has 6 tutties.
He's disgusting.
Yeah.
Give me the Heisman conversation for sure.
Oregon's gonna have to stop that if they think they're gonna win. If they don't stop that and that happens again, they're losing.
They're losing.
Yeah.
I want to see what that upset would be.
I don't, dude. I just realized out of these teams, I don't really have an underdog of the week. So
oh my, plus 700 for Boise State to win.
I
Plus
guess
19.5 to cover the spread.
I'm gonna go Oregon in this game. I just don't think they're gonna lose. I feel like it'll be a decent game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but give me Oregon.
Yeah, I'm going with Oregon as well. I think last week they really didn't want to show none of their playbook, and I think they'll kind of open it up more this week, really get into it. Obviously, if it's a closer game, they're going to let that playbook wide open and just let it go.
Yeah, they don't really have a choice if that running back starts eating.
But, yeah.
All right, well, I just realized, I guess my only underdog would be App State to cover the spread.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, I like Colorado. That's mine.
Okay, well, let's move on. We got to talk about NFL now here for the first time.
I love it.
Predicting the week
wait.
1 games. So let's jump right into.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
Tomorrow
I'm pulling up my sleeper app.
Yeah, we have Ravens and Chiefs. So the line is 3 right now, favored for the Chiefs, and basically a pick them at that point because the home team gets that 3 points.
Yeah,
naturally. So a lot of people are on the Ravens.
I got Ravens winning.
I got the Chiefs. I do have the Chiefs because of what happened last year in the playoffs. I'm scared to ever fade them. So give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs as well. Give me the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a close battle. I just like the Chiefs just to kind of pull it out late, maybe about a field goal or something.
The one thing I'll say is that this could be a defensive-minded game, but I hope not.
Good.
I hope not.
No. Both defenses are really good. So
no. I think Lamar's going for about 400.
No.
Yeah.
No.
With
need Derrick Henry to go crazy. I do need Zay Flowers to eat.
Yes. Yes,
we
do.
We're both Zay Flowers guys over here.
I need my little Pacheco to go crazy.
Oh, I need Pacheco.
My little Pacheco. My little Pacheco.
Pacheco, I need you to run through a freaking brick wall, buddy.
Tomorrow's gonna be crazy because I have Travis Kelce, I have Derek, and these are in different leagues, but our 2 leagues mainly. So Travis Kelce and the Twizzies, and I have Pacheco in the sleeper, and I also have Derrick Henry in the sleeper.
Yep.
So kind of crazy. And Zay Flowers in the sleeper. So that's a lot. That's 4
players.
Lot.
Tomorrow's a big game.
Have your team playing, cuz.
And then the next half of our teams are going to be playing Friday night. Let's talk about this. Green Bay and Eagles in Brazil.
My little Josh Jakey.
Oh, God.
No.
That's whole team is the Eagles.
My whole team. I need my little Barky Bark to eat.
Saquon and A.J. Brown.
My little brownie bite. I need you to go crazy.
Brownie bite is
That's diabolical.
That's crazy.
I have Devontae Smith. I also have Jordan Love. And
I got Jordan Love.
I think that's about it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
I got Josh Jakey and Jordan Love. Let's roll.
I got Eagles for sure.
I do really want to take the Packers, but I am going to go Eagles
too.
here. I'm going to go Eagles.
Give me the Pack.
We know you love
the Packers.
So I'm going Eagles, and I leaned them because I feel like they have something to prove. Coming off of that tough ending to the last season. So give me the Eagles.
I like it.
Oh, what you doing? Right. I'm just packing my Eagles.
Yep.
All right, never do that shit again. All right, the game we're all waiting on. Steelers and Falcons, and 2 of us will be there. We're missing our brother.
Yep.
But the line is what, 3? 3.5?
I think so, but I mean, it might not. I mean, the win percentage, 38% for the Steelers.
Well, 62%. You guys have lost some linemen. So.
We've lost every lineman.
Yeah.
Every lineman is just crippled on the sideline.
And for that reason, give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the Steelers because they were going to eat anyway.
Give me the Falcons.
Oh, my. All right. Okay.
Good girl.
No, dude. No, dude. We're going to win.
Give me the Falcons. We're going to win by like 10.
No way.
Easily, bro. Easily.
Kirk Cousins throwing at least 3 picks.
No. Never
that. You getting sacked. Maybe a fumble.
We ain't worried about that. We got the greatest O-line in the nation.
Is that right?
I beg to differ.
Well, I beg to differ that the Cardinals are going to cover the spread against the Bills.
I got Bills in that still.
I do get the Bills to win.
I got the
do think
Billy
it's going to be
Goat.
really close.
The Big Bills.
The Biggie Bills.
I do think the Cardinals will make it interesting just because I like their coach and I think Kyler. I believe in Kyler and I believe in Marvin Harrison. So
I would love to see the Cardinals cook.
I would say it's going to be like the spread's only 6. So I mean, Vegas thinks it's going to be kind of close, but I would go Bills money line, and it's going to be interesting though, to say the least. Week 1's always interesting, but I think we're all on the Bills, so we don't really need to spend too much time on that.
Yep.
So moving on to Titans, Cody versus Bears. How we feeling?
You know who I'm going with. Tighten up, baby. I'm putting my gear on and getting out there, and I'm going to run over people.
Yeah, so I got the Bears.
I'm tightening up. I've been tightening up.
Give me the
Bear down.
You see how much meat I get on this show?
What you mean?
It's in Chicago, week 1.
It's in Chicago.
They just have the best team that they've ever constructed on paper.
I don't care.
All right. Well,
I mean, hey, man, if y'all can walk in there and beat them,
then y'all got a good chance
some props
making the playoff. If y'all do that,
I appreciate it. I am scared though. I am.
Yeah, I know. I would
be.
That's
a hard week 1. It's actually a really cool game to be honest, because you have like new looks to both these teams. Both of them are going to be throwing the ball a lot more. They're going to have 3 wide receivers that are really talented. I think D-Hop's going to be healthy. And the quarterbacks are going to be slinging it around. And I do think they're going to be running back by committee for both teams. So I think the defenses are both talented. I do like the Bears defense a little bit more, but that's because their secondary is really good. So I'm going to go with the Bears. But the Titans are going to have a really good season. I don't think people should be sleeping on them.
No.
So anyways, moving on. Patriots and Bengals, we got this.
Come
on. Bengals is our survivor pick. So
yeah. Give me the Bengals.
Are dubbing.
Next game is the rivalry in your division, Cody.
This is crazy.
Texans and Colts, and I'll tell you right now, I'm picking the Colts. Give me the Colts.
Give me the Texans.
Give me the Texans.
Dude, that might be the best game of the week.
That's what I'm saying.
This game's gonna be fun. I know it's gonna be crazy, and I know that everybody wants to pick the Texans, but literally for that, I'm picking the Colts because it's a home game and it's a rival. So
they could easily win. Colts could easily.
Yeah, they're really good.
It's gonna be a close game.
Like that team's good. That Colts team is good.
It's really that game, and the Chiefs and Ravens game is probably the best 2 games of the week.
I don't know. Once we get down to this, there's a few that stand out to me. But
this one's ugly though.
This one to the right of it's interesting. I think Jags at Dolphins, but I will go Dolphins here.
I'm going
Dolphins for sure.
Offense is a little too much.
Dolphins.
Just too much out the gate. They're always a team that starts pretty, fast. No pun intended, but they will be going crazy fast on that field in Miami, and then it should be a good game though. I'm excited to see what the Jags offense looks like with Brian Thomas and Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Then mid game here, Panthers and Saints. Mid.
I had Loki got the Saints.
I'm going to Saints, but I do think Panthers can make it interesting.
They could,
I got the
with
Saints.
Their new weapons.
Yeah. So Saints week 1 at home, makes sense.
I would like to see the Panthers win though.
This other game, I did go Vikings over the Giants because I don't know. Giants scare the hell out of me. So.
I went Giants.
You went Giants?
Give me Vikings. Vikings. Okay. I think they're a little bit better than the Giants.
I kind of like the Vikings, just because Brian Flores' defense might be ready to kind of take some hits on Danny Dimes and just might need to knock him out the game or something. But anyway, that might be a bad thing. That might be a bad thing.
That might be a bad thing.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
I feel like Malik is gonna get like 100 yards this first
Neighbors,
game.
He could, dude. He could. I mean, Vikings don't have a great defense, but we'll see. I do think their offense is better than the Giants, so I'll go with the Vikings. But Raiders at the Chargers, 4:00 game, and a lot of people are probably gonna say Chargers, but I'm going to Raiders because I like the fans to actually be 50-50 in that stadium because it's in LA where the Raiders used to play, and their Chargers fans don't really exist. And I think this will take some time for them to get going this season. So give me the Raiders. They have more firepower to deal with anyways.
I am curious to see how the Chargers play though with Harbaugh.
But Brock Bowers is playing this week, so I mean it should be interesting for the Raiders.
Yes,
using him and Devontae. I think that'll
give
be
it
fun.
to me.
All I'm saying is believe in Gardner. Okay.
Yeah. And I like Gardner, so I'm rocking
Gardner
with
is
the Raiders.
cooking.
Devontae Adams, Gardner Minshew.
Plus, they brought in Christian Wilkins for the D line next to
Christian
Crosby.
Wilkins, Mason Crosby's still there. Just
Max Crosby.
Max Crosby. Mason Crosby was a kicker.
Yeah, that's true. He was.
Yep, he's not on the line.
Look out for Mason Crosby.
Mason Crosby with the sack. What are you doing here, brother?
Why was he out there?
Somebody stop this man.
185 pounds coming through the line.
And now we have Max Crosby coming out to attempt a field goal. What's going on? All right,
this next game's low key a little mid.
It's so mid. It's out west. Broncos at the Seahawks, and I'm going Seahawks.
Yep, I like it.
I can't really say why.
I don't know. I went Denver, low key, with
on
Bo
the road.
Nix.
Week 1 on the road.
Yeah,
That's a hard stadium.
Honestly, like Bo Nix. Hey,
hey, Corliss Sutton, Javonte Williams.
No,
come on,
Javonte.
No.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Give me the Seahawks, man. Patrick Kane did get paid today. He's the highest paid corner in the league, $24 million a year. Shout out,
he deserves it.
Remember seeing him on campus at Bama. That's crazy. All righty. So, a few games coming up here. 4 games left. This one was one of the games I was alluding to being a crazy game, and I do think it will be crazy.
Yeah.
Because Tom Brady's calling this game. It's his first game ever.
Wow.
And when the GOAT's in the booth, then something's about to happen. So, give me the Cowboys, the upset, and the Browns. And I think it's strictly because Dak's going to have a point to prove early on.
Yeah.
I fucking love that take, brother. Come on, Cowboys. Give me Dak and CD. I need at least 3 tutties.
At least.
Uh-oh, Cody. No, you're not going to say it. No, you're not. They're ass.
Give me the Browns.
Dude.
Let me tell you why.
No. Right. I don't want to.
Got a homie that loves the Browns. I'm picking it because of him. That's simply it.
All right. Nice take.
Let's go Browns.
Nice pick, man.
Appreciate it.
Browns are going to be solid this year. I did have them making the playoffs. Sorry, Seth. But I got them losing this game.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yep. Commanders and Bucks. Interesting one here. So
it's very favorite to the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But I want the Commanders.
I'm gonna go Bucks, but I'm scared.
I'm picking the upset. Give me Commanders.
Yep. Give me the Commandies.
Okay. I mean, Jaden Daniels would be crazy.
I love Baker. I'm on the Baker hype train. I just want to see Jaden Daniels ball, and I think he will.
Well, it's going to take him some time to ball. So I'm going to go with
That's valid.
And then Sunday night, I do have an upset here. I got the Rams beating the Lions.
Dude, that's going to be a good Sunday night game.
Yep.
Great.
They're getting the lick back after the playoff loss, and they lost.
I can't wait to watch that one.
So give me the Rams.
And I need Sam Laporta to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Jameson Williams said earlier today that he wants to lead the league in reception yards and TDs.
That's crazy.
I believe him.
With a Monroe on your team, that's good luck.
Give me the LA Rams to pull off.
That's what I like to hear, bro.
I'm taking the Lions.
Give me the LA Rams. Even though I love Monroe, I got him on my team.
Yeah. This would be a fun game, though.
It's going to be a crazy game.
Great Sunday night.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah. Okay. Me and Cody on the Rams in this one. And then finally, to wrap up the week, Jets at the Niners for Monday Night Football. And I have the Niners.
Upset. I'm going Jets. I
thought about it.
I like the Jets. I hope A-Rod just comes out and is just slinging that rock.
He might, dude. He really
might. And Brees was looking jacked.
He was looking crazy, and he was making some crazy catches, too.
That's what I'm saying.
But give me the Niners just because I just feel like at the end of the day, they got just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
I'm with Hayden here.
Nope.
I think they have just a little bit more in the tank than the Jets do. I like their defense a little bit more than the Jets, obviously. I think offenses are about the same, maybe a little bit more firepower on the 49ers side just because of Christian, Brandon, Debo. I mean, that team, with all them healthy, is a unit. But I love this Jets team with A-Rod, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Don't they got Alan Lazard out there as well?
Yep.
I mean,
Mike Williams.
And Mike Williams, like that. Both of these offenses are going to be really good. It's just this game comes down to the defenses, I believe, and who has the better one, and 49ers do. So give me 49ers.
I got the Jets defense, and I think I'm going to keep them in.
You're really insane for that.
They're projected 3 points.
That's insane.
That's wild.
Hey, watch what happens, man. Monday night, I'm going to be holding my tongue for them.
All right, dude. Well, that wraps up our predictions for the week 1 of the NFL and the week 2 of college football. So it's been fun this off season, but now it's time to roll.
It's time to roll, baby. Next time you hear from us, you're gonna see who's won their first week of fantasy.
Yeah. So let everybody know we're doing a survivor league. So you basically pick a team that's your lock of the week, and if they don't win, you're out, and then that's how it goes. If you win, you keep playing. Yep. But we're also doing a pick'em league where we're just picking all the games every week, and that's how we're gonna keep track of our percentages and who's winning, and ultimately. Maybe we'll do a little friendly wager between the three of us. Whoever comes in first, has to do something or get something.
Yeah.
Maybe the other two have to pitch in and buy them a few drinky poos or something.
I like that. I like
little drinkies.
We'll see. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'll be tuned in and ready to roll this weekend, obviously for our game stuff. But Friday night, Thursday night, obviously I'll be tuned in, ready to roll for fantasy and all the other things.
Yep.
So yeah, can't wait for that. Appreciate everybody watching all the time. Yep. Getting videos pumped out there. Me and Jack just posted the vlog that we did, the golf one. So y'all check that out. Yeah. It's really funny. Can't wait. But we're gonna try to do more of that with Jack. Hopefully, I wish maybe we can do that ourselves. We can get a little camera. We can start doing that because it was pretty cool to see that.
Yeah.
So
the little clip mic too. That was sick.
It was a little magnetic mic,
that was dope.
It was fun, dude. So we'll get back out there, but more shows coming out. Obviously week to week we're gonna be doing this normal show, but maybe other ones just to cover more of what we want to talk about. We might maybe Cody and me just do like a little Bama thing, just a 30-minute one or something. But we'll do it and figure it out as we go. So appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm your host Hayden Haynes, and that's Seth Killen, Cody
sir.
Hart. And this is the Muffed Sports Show. Y'all have a great one.
See ya.
See you, boys.